The spiraling, chaotic, and crazy world of the internet just got a little bit crazier because of this Group 7 nonsense. So, there are a bunch of groups on TikTok at the current moment. Specifically, I've only found about 8. I believe there are 9 through 12 that are unofficial groups, but currently there are a bunch of groups on TikTok. Now, what is Group 7 or these group things that are going on? Well, Group 7 in particular seems to be a marketing scheme to make you feel as if you are a part of some bigger collective to make you search Group 7. Because if you look up Group 7, it's going to direct you towards specifically these groups right here. But I filtered these out. I filtered these out because it always directed me to Sophia James. Sophia James is a musician who is going crazy viral, 10 million views about her song. This song isn't viral, you're just in Group 7. This is very smart because a lot of people are now listening to this song. It's getting her a bunch of followers, a bunch of traction, and a bunch of numbers. So, what in God's name is Group 7 or what are these groups going on? Well, I'm going to help you break this down and make this a lot easier for you so you don't be confused and you're not chopped unk status. That's right. I'm using fun, cool words that everybody has in fun. We all love these words, don't we? Let's talk about it. I'm going to first go through every single group to make this easier for you. Group 1 is cottagecore, flower fields, journaling, pastel rooms, comfort shows. They love teas and frogs, and mostly general and they're wholesome. That's the pipeline they're down. Now, Group 2 is the gym people. Those are the grind set era, the self-improvement, masculinity, cold showers, running at 5 a.m., gym edits, stoic quotes, discipline, motivation. Those are those people. Now, Group 3, those are the fashion, aesthetic trendsetters, photogenic people with expensive cameras, indie sleaze, the model off duty, always dressed like they're walking in a music video. Group 4, those are the meme goblins. Those are the chaotic humor, the brain rot edits, the absurdity, the skibbity sigma toilet riz, whether they're ironic or unironic, they're group chat energy, but they're very public. They're peak unseriousness at all moments. Group 5, those are the academic lore dump info people. They have hyperfixations, niche history, random rabbit holes, ADHD coded. I learned everything about mushrooms at 3 a.m. Endless documentaries and media analysis. Could give a tech talk at any moment. You ask them the time, they give you a timeline. That's what it is. Group 6 is the activists, morality corner, social justice, ethics, politics, high empathy but exhausted, constant doom scrolling, talks like a Twitter thread sometimes. They suck. Now, Group 7, this is the biggest group that everybody wants to be. This is the one everybody, the emotionally aware gremlin, hyper self aware, the dark humor with poetic sadness. I'm not well, but I can make it entertaining. That's the main vibe they're giving. Trauma, but with cinematography. Introvert, but can speak in monologues when safe. That is Group 7. The biggest group is things that's overtaking everything else. And then there's Group 8. Those are the unfiltered realists. They're brutally honest, say what they're thinking, no aesthetic, raw personality, post like I'm tired of being a person, looks intimidating, but is secretly chill. That's that one. That is that one. So if you're curious about the groups, just want to give you a breakdown of every group to make it easier for you. Hopefully the images on screen helped out in some capacity. So that's what it is. But let's talk about the origins of Group 7 and why indefinitely it is, to me, just a marketing scheme overall. So let's get on with this. The trend ended up getting a lot of traction with Sophia James, or formerly Sophia Wackerman, posting 7 videos in a row to test TikTok's algorithm. The 7th video declared if you're watching this, you're in Group 7. So that's what happened there. She was just continually posting different videos in different groups. There was no real meaning behind it. It was a science experiment. That's what she said. But once the internet smells exclusivity, it turned into a religion. So, what are the other groups? Technically, groups 1 through 6 only existed as part of the setup. If you saw video 1 first, you were in Group 1. Number 2, you were in Group 2, and so on. But here's the catch: everyone ended up in Group 7. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's what it is. The 7th video got this massive reach, so that's why it became this whole thing. Groups 1 through 6 are like ghost tribes, real in name only, fantasy and practice. They don't really matter. They're completely unimportant. Me giving you those examples and all this other stuff don't really matter. Now, why do these groups matter? The moment you're assigned a group, you start identifying with it. People comment, "Good morning, Group 7 baddies," under the video. Suddenly, you're part of an elite club. It's fake inclusivity. It's fake. It's just fake. It doesn't exist. The first lesson: social identity can spring from the smallest algorithmic glitch. A meaningless label becomes a badge because it doesn't matter. There's power dynamics. Group 7 became the cool one. Oh, I'm in group 7. You're in group 7 too? How do they know we're in group 7? How's anybody in group 7? Doesn't make any sense. We're all in group 7. Oh my God, we're all in group 7. Doesn't matter. It's all worthless. Everyone wants to be there. Brands jumped in, celebs jumped in. We got BB No Money going crazy about it. We got this is how I know it's crazy. Jake Paul, group 7. Let's create a creative space in the comments. We got Jake Paul here. We got BB No Money up here. BB No Money's in group 7. That's what it is. What is this group 7? We got this Nike guy. This is not real. I want to point this out. Completely fake. Completely fake. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant and worthless. It does not matter. It's just fake. It is fake. That's what it is. Comments are declaring other groups are inferior. They started popping up. So what started as a marketing experiment turned into a mini power structure, all for Sophia's music. She's genius. The other groups are outsiders. They don't even matter. There's the exclusion piece. For all the remix fun, some users didn't end up in group 7. They ended up watching a different video first and got classified as group 3 or 4. Some of them felt left out. And some of them are saying, why wasn't I in group 7? Well, this is beautiful because it's also fake. They can just say they're in group 7 and no one's going to know. It's so easy. And I believe this is what this trend is teaching us. It taught us how easy it is to manufacture identity and exclusion via the algorithm. Think about what the groups mean. Maybe nothing, but also everything at the same exact time. The fact you don't know your group means the moment you discover it feels like destiny. You are chosen. You're in group 7. Yeah, that's emotional power. The fact that it originated from the video number 7 but got repackaged as elite, that's proof that meaning isn't inherent. Meaning is made, and online we make it fast. That's the whole thing. This is almost a psychological experiment in the grand scheme of things. It's beautiful. What's interesting is how groups 1 through 6 became the lesser groups. They became the punchline, the memes. People edited videos, group 5 scrolling by, group 2 is at the back of the bus. So groups that had no real content became the symbolic minor leagues. I think that reveals the simple absurdity of these stupid online hierarchies. You're only relevant if the algorithm says you are. And then we see how brands exploited the group 7 meme. We became, market shorthand, limited edition deals for group 7, merchandise that says I'm group 7, hashtags. It became this whole thing. It's interesting because I'm gonna show you here what I've discovered, and it's really fun. There's a bunch of brands jumping on this simply to get a little bit of that group cheese, which is really interesting. Really interesting to witness and see. I thought that there wouldn't be this shrivel and chill to do that. Are you in group 7? The Valor says they can help you save money. Here's how. Group 7 is who created 7 videos in which we achieved the most reach. Her video for group 7 were viral, getting 15 million views. What is group 7? Blah, blah, we already get that. There are deals. Pizza Hut. From now through Friday, October 24th, Pizza Hut is offering customers at select participating locations 35% off if you use the code GROUP7 at checkout. Applebee's. Lasting from now until 11:59 ET at night, October 27th, Applebee's customers can receive $7 off an online order 30 or more with the code 7baddies. Lyft, for a limited time, Lyft is offering 0% off. Habit Burger, Culture Pop Soda. So they're using this thing in order to push this group 7 agenda, which is really goofy because it doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. It means nothing. And still the other groups flicker in the background, dangling possibly. Maybe I'm group 4, but I can still upgrade. Maybe group 3 is more authentic. The ambiguity is part of the appeal because when things mean nothing, they can mean anything. Your imagination will fill the void within that. And what I find most fascinating is how this reviews how our craving of belonging. We latch onto a number, a label, anything that asserts we're in group 7. It's just this club that never existed because enough people said it did. It does. This is social proof in the void of meaning. Finally, what do we have to do with this? I think we are just looking for a group to be a part of, online or offline. That's really what it is. What's the value? What's the cost? What happens if you're not in? What happens if the group disappears? Because with trends, they do. And you might be left with nothing but an expired tag. So yeah, groups mean nothing, but they also mean nothing at the same time of something. The magic is in the gap, the power in the belief. I think it's just faith finding itself. This is probably how most religions started in general with this whole group 7 thing. Very smart thing on Sophia. Shout out to her. But man, this is a little bit psychotic. I'm enjoying this so far. Discovered about this literally today to research it and discover it. So yeah, interesting little phenom here.
I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laurel Angelo. Ooh, happy to try what you need. your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.